Hi! Welcome to Holy Time TV. Before we start, smash that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. Exodus chapter 40 verse 16 reads as follows in the New International Version, NIV, of the Bible. Moses did everything just as the Lord commanded him. This verse is part of the narrative that describes the construction of the tabernacle, the portable sanctuary used by the Israelites in their journey through the wilderness after their exodus from Egypt. It signifies Moses' obedience to God's commands in all aspects of setting up the tabernacle. Let's take a trip back to the 16th century, to a small town in Germany, where a rebellious monk named Martin Luther is stirring up quite the commotion. Imagine, for a moment, the quiet, dutiful life of a monk. Prayers, penance, and manuscripts. Then one day, something snaps. Martin Luther, our intrepid monk, is reading the Bible and he comes across a verse that rocks his world. Romans chapter 1 verse 17. For in the gospel the righteousness of God is revealed. A righteousness that is by faith from first to last, just as it is written, the righteous will live by faith. Suddenly, Luther is seeing things in a whole new light. He starts questioning the church's practices. He's not sure they're following God's commands as written in the Bible, especially when it comes to things like indulgences, a kind of get-out-of-purgatory-free card that the church is selling. Well, our hero Luther can't just sit back and let this slide. So what does he do? He writes a document known as the 95 Theses, in which he challenges the church's teachings and practices, posting it on the door of All Saints Church in Wittenberg. Talk about a mic drop. The guy basically just declared theological war. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Luther wasn't some hotshot cardinal or bishop. No. He was just a simple monk, armed with nothing but his faith and his conviction. But guess what? This one-man revolution kicked off what we now know as the Protestant Reformation, a monumental shift in Christianity that led to the creation of Protestant churches separate from the Roman Catholic Church. So, what can we take away from our friend Martin Luther's daring defiance? Like Moses, he followed what he understood as God's commands, not the commands of men. It wasn't easy. It wasn't popular. But Luther did it anyway, believing it was his duty to God. Sometimes in life, you might find yourself standing alone, faced with the decision to follow the crowd or to stand up for what you believe is right. What you believe God is commanding you to do. And when you make that brave choice, to follow God's command, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the world. In the spirit of Martin Luther, I encourage each one of you to take your own stand, to listen to what God is commanding you to do, and to change the world in your own unique way. Beloved, I greet you with warmth and love on this beautiful day that the Lord has made. I want you to know that you are special, you are chosen, and you are here for a purpose. We find an extraordinary message in the book of Exodus, chapter 40, verse 16. Moses did everything just as the Lord commanded him. Moses was given a task, a divine responsibility. And how did he respond? He did everything just as the Lord commanded him. Friends, this is a powerful lesson for us today. A lesson about obedience, dedication, and unwavering commitment to God's will. But more than that, it's about alignment with God's divine plan for our lives. It's about following the instructions God has laid down for us, not out of fear, but out of love and trust. See, Moses could have questioned God's command. He could have doubted or tried to take his own path, but he didn't. Instead, he trusted God. And when we trust God, when we align our lives according to His will, miracles happen. The impossible becomes possible. I want you to know today that your destiny, your purpose, your success is already assured because it is God who holds your future. When you act in accordance with His will, you are planting seeds for a victory that has already been won. Your dreams, your desires, they have been placed in your heart by God Himself. He has a unique plan for each one of you. But remember, it is through obedience, through aligning with God's commands, that we see these dreams come to fruition. So, What is God commanding you today? Maybe it's to forgive someone who has hurt you. Maybe it's to step out in faith towards a new opportunity. Maybe it's to spend more time in prayer and fellowship with Him. No matter what it is, I encourage you, follow the example of Moses. Do everything as the Lord commands you. Your life is not an accident, nor is it a series of random events. You are part of God's divine plan. And when you align yourself with that plan, when you commit to doing everything as God commands you, you're not just on the path to success. You're on the path to a joy-filled, purpose-driven life, a life that radiates God's glory. Remember, it's not about striving for success in the world's eyes. It's about fulfilling the purpose God has placed in your heart. And when you do that, when you accomplish your divine assignments, you'll experience a sense of success that is beyond anything this world could ever offer. Let's strive to be more like Moses. To do everything just as the Lord commands us. To trust in God's divine plan for our lives. And as we do, we will experience the joy, the peace, the fulfillment that comes from true, God-given success. May God bless you, guide you, and strengthen you as you strive to live out His commands. Remember, you are loved, you are blessed, and you are destined for great things. God loves you. God bless you all. If you liked this video, don't forget hit that like button, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this in the future. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.